we'll move on to the main theme of this episode. So, a while back we touched on this theme, which is love languages, like 10 minutes at the end of an episode. So we're dedicating a full episode to it today. So my first question, which is a simple question, is what are you guys' love language or languages slash plural?
Do we read out like what we got for the score, or
Yeah, sure.
let's say let's ladies first?
Yeah, ladies first.
I don't have my tab open for my score, but I know my two main ones were quality time and acts of service, which I was quite surprised about.
Interesting. We'll delve into that later. And Armani
My two main are quality time and physical touch.
and Dylan.
Mine was also quality time. Mine was quality time at 40%, receiving gifts at 0, acts of service 13, and then words of affirmation and physical touch 23.
Interesting. And they have changed from the last episode. So in 6 months, we've seen change.
It has changed, which is weird.
Were you shocked by this?
Kind of, yeah, but it does actually make more sense now. Like, it used to be physical touch, I'm pretty sure, which was the highest. I mean, receiving gifts is still 0, but...
Your quality time was your highest still.
Was quality time my highest still?
Yeah.
I feel like physical touch...
It was like 4% between them, so it wasn't really that much of a gap.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked to be fair still, but yeah.
So mine are the same as India. Mine is acts of service and quality time. But there's been much significant change because acts of service is no longer as high as it was. Because when I first did it, acts of service was 40% of my love language. But now it's only 32%, which is interesting to say the least. So were you guys... It's very weird how it changes. So were you guys shocked by your love languages? What they are and how much they contributed to your overall love language?
I wasn't shocked by quality time for mine. I was shocked by acts of service more because I thought it would have been quality time and words of affirmation. I thought it would have been them too, but yeah, the acts of service, I was quite surprised.
Why did you think it would be words of affirmation then?
I think because I'm like very much words of affirmation. I feel like I give out a lot of words of affirmation and I like quality time. And I felt like those were the two that I portray more. So I just figured that those would be like the things that are more important to me. But I guess maybe is acts of service that's more important to me.
Okay, fair enough. Dylan, Armani, what about you two?
I was, I mean, like I said, I was kind of shocked, like we've already discussed about, I do like my hug, so physical touch is something that is quite important. Like, I'm just surprised it kind of went down. Receiving gifts, obviously, I'm not surprised about since I did that last time and it was still 0%. So that hasn't changed. 0%. It's still 0%.
Wow.
So that literally hasn't changed. So I'm not really surprised about that. I was surprised about it at first, but then the more I've thought about it and when I've been thinking about it recently, it does make sense why it's 0%.
Why do you say that? Why do you not like receiving gifts?
No, it's not like I don't like receiving gifts. It's just that it makes sense why it does. It's not that it's not meaningful, but it's just, I don't view it as something better over the other ones.
My guy is 0%. That is telling me you do not like receiving gifts. 0%. You say you don't like gifts. That's what it's telling me. That's what the data has shown us. You don't like. Gifts.
Low key, it depends on the gift. That's the thing. Like, if it's something that I actually genuinely want and genuinely like, I'll obviously love a gift. But if it's something somebody's got me and it's like, it's not really something I wanted, or it's something that's kind of like a substitute for something I wanted, then it's not really like the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy to buy my own stuff and You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I get why I want it. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Without
I
kind of
hear you.
without
I
kind
hear
of
what
sounding
you're saying.
selfish, but
That's not sounding selfish.
I'm happier to get my own stuff, so I get what I want rather than somebody get me something and I have to kind of force myself to like it. Yeah, exactly. So, and why I was saying this kind of makes sense as well is because like growing up, like obviously I have got gifts and stuff, but I feel like I don't get like a lot of gifts, or just like random gifts or things like that. It's like times when my family have gone away on holiday, like other family members, and they come back. More times than not, it's like my sister, my mum, and my little brother, and obviously my aunt and like the other family. They'll get like loads of gifts for like clothes and I don't know, shoes, handbags, that sort of stuff, right? But then obviously me, I maybe get like a top, or sometimes even nothing. But like, not that it bothers me, but it's just like do you know what I mean? Like,
So you're saying
I'm not
because
really,
of that.
I'm not really
shapes
used to getting a lot of gifts as it is,
gifts.
so it doesn't really impress on me, I guess.
Interesting.
A gift
Okay,
is
I
nice,
see.
but does that make sense?
Use
It
like
makes it.
something else over again.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's a gift is nice, but I would rather other things.
I see. Rather that hug. That hug.
Exactly. I'd rather that hug or that quality time over a gift.
Interesting. Well, at least if you're dating Dylan, you know that you're saving
Relationship.
money.
Very, very much so.
You're saving money, but you don't need to get him gifts that often. Yeah. What about you, Armani?
I'm not really surprised, to be honest, because when I had last done this quiz like a couple months ago, it was the other way around. So physical touch was my main and quality time was my second, but it was the same percentage, just the other way around. So my quality time is 33%, physical touch 30%. So I'm not really surprised, it's just flipped. But I think like lockdown and stuff has had the impact on that, why it's changed. But I'm not really surprised by it. Really. Yeah, my results are that's what I kind of expected. Although I did think my receiving gifts would be more than 7% because I do like a gift.
Yeah. Now looking at my results, yeah, my results have changed massively. I won't even lie, because like acts of service has gone down 8% because 40% of last time I did this, it was 40% acts of service. Now it's 32%, and then it was 20% quality time. It's now 29% quality time. Then physical touch has gone up, receiving gifts has gone down, and my words of affirmation is still terrible. Because listen, I'll always be a champion of this. Actions speak louder than words. Listen, I know how the tongue is slippery, the tongue is sweet. The tongue can deceive you well. So I've never been a guy to like words of affirmation. But I am not shocked at this fact that acts of service and quality time are my top two, because I like when people do stuff for me, especially stuff I don't like doing. So like when my parents do my ironing, for example, I love it, because anyone that knows me knows I hate ironing.
Hate it with a passion.
I hate ironing with a passion. I'm very good at it, but I hate it.
Did you not see that? Because you were saying, how long did it take you to iron a shirt?
It could take me an hour to iron one shirt, you know.
I get a shirt done in like 30 seconds.
Impossible. I'm too much of a perfectionist.
But it depends on the iron you're using and like what technique.
Tommy, one shirt, 1 hour.
That's why I've invested in zero iron shirts. I'm telling the man them, zero iron shirts are the way forward. You don't need to be stressing yourself with ironing again. But yeah, I hate ironing. I actually hate it with a passion.
You basically want somebody to iron for you, innit?
Honestly, because it's just long.
If a girl likes iron, just hit iron and hit up Tommy.
Real talk. That's why I sneak my ironing with my parents' ironing, so I don't have to do it.
This guy moving sus.
Or when my brother's ironing, I just sneak in my shirt behind it. It is what it is. It is what it is.
But do what you gotta do.
Yeah, honestly, you really do. So, would you guys say you can have multiple love languages?
Yeah, 100%.
But
Yeah,
so
I'd say for sure.
when I say multiple, is that like 2, 3, or 4, or 5? How does it? What's the word I'm thinking of? How does it?
What's the limit?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
to a certain extent, I think everyone's got a little bit of one of them.
not Dylan.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. I do. Yeah. No, never mind. I agree with that. It's funny you say that actually because I was talking to another mate beforehand, and he was just asking what the podcast's about, and I sent him the link, and he sent me his results, and it's literally pretty much almost equally split between them all.
Really?
Quality time 26, words of affirmation 13, acts of service 19, physical touch 19, receiving gifts 23. Like it's almost very even across the board. Yeah. So I guess you pretty much can have all five of them as your kind of main, which is very interesting actually when you think about it. Because when I'm thinking back to the questions and stuff, it's like, in some circumstances, you prefer maybe a hug.
The other.
Maybe a hug then a gift, but then in other circumstances, you prefer somebody doing something than giving you a back massage or whatever.
The way they worded and positioned the questions affects what it would be, because when I was doing it, whenever it was like an acts of service question, that would always trump another one of the answers, even if maybe in that moment another answer may have been better. Not better. What's the word I'm thinking of?
More appropriate.
Yes, that. But because I know acts of service is my love language and I've known that for a while, it just in my mind trumps everything else.
Yeah.
Which is very biased when I think about it. But what has been done has been done.
Yeah, I think if you're in a relationship though, then I think you're gonna need to show all love languages at some point. Like you might show one more than the other, but it's like you're gonna use all of them. I think for a relationship to work, you have to use all of them, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
I feel like it also depends on like your mood, because say like you've had, I don't know, a bad day because you wanted something done, you wanted someone to help you with something, but they didn't want to help you. So then you might just that like acts of service, for example, or that like words of affirmation, for example, might in your mind feel less. So like if you go through the quiz, you'll be seeing the answers, and on a normal day you might be like, oh yeah, definitely that's more meaningful than this. But because you've had a bad day, it's like something else is overtaking it, which is why I think you can have multiple, because I feel like it depends. Well, I mean, especially as a girl, our mood switch.
Yeah.
Here, there, everywhere. So I feel like, yeah, it can, you can have multiple, but it just depends.
That's true.
But I feel like there would always be one that dominates though. Like you'll notice there's that one dominant one, but you will have aspects of the others.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That is very true. So yeah, what is your guys' main one dominant love language that you feel supersedes? Well, yeah. That unless it's like a catastrophic mood swinging change, that this is like your dominant main love language. So for me, it would be acts of service.
Quality time, definitely.
I'm thinking about it.
Isn't it?
See, the thing is, although we're talking about like which one we display best, right?
No, which one you want best?
Oh, which one we want?
Like, not you display. That's another question.
All right. I was just wondering which part. Yeah.
No, which one
you want?
You want the most? Yeah.
I'll say quality time then.
Yeah, I guess quality time. Yeah. Yeah, quality time.
My man would be definitely acts of service.
Tell me just want a girl to do the ironing, man.
Yo, listen, ironing. Listen, hit me up. Listen,
We'll find a girl for you, bro. We will find a girl for you.
Do you like ironing? That's like on your agenda. Do you like
Listen.
ironing? No, bye.
Bye.
To the next, bro.
So yeah.